like, why you bring me up in here with all these? He's like, listen, buddy. He's like, why you bring me up here with all these niggas? You told me we were gonna go see Jody Mitchell. but goddamn, I love black chicks. If you want to see a good documentary, see one about dtmerch.com. Get the black cotton tee with the white logo. They can see you trick-or-treating from down the street. Get that color logo right there. Get the polo. My man over there, Don, has it on. Look, there he is back there. Let me put him.
Toasty goodness all over his body.
All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get into our tribute right now. Now, I told y'all, man, you know, we here at Double Toasted. You know, we just don't let people just die in peace. You know, we don't mourn. You know, we laugh
as they start to lower them in the ground. Whoa.
Yeah, man. You know, we are talking about the queen of soul. Some people say just one of the best singers ever. We're talking about Aretha Franklin. Now, sadly, she has died. She died Thursday at the age of 76, and it was pancreatic cancer that she died of. So, yeah, this is a tragedy.
Have they officially said that?
Yes, they have.
They're being so secretive for so many years.
No, they have officially come out and said that. You know, now that she's gone, they can come out and say that's exactly what it was. Because, you know, before she was going through some people like saying, damn, you looking good. And it was like, well, I don't want to tell anybody it's pancreatic cancer.
Honestly, whenever somebody loses weight, I'm afraid to ask them because that's exactly what happened with my next door neighbor.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. You don't know. I mean, but hey, you know, the thing with her dying is that, yes, I know that it's a sad loss. We've lost a treasure. But here at Double Toasted, we celebrate loss with laughter. Your ass died, we just sit up there just pointing, you dead. You know, and don't get me wrong now, no. Pancreatic cancer, that is a sad thing to die of, but she was 76.
Yeah.
And she had a legacy, man. We are talking about over 60 years of a successful career, a legendary successful career. If I had just a third of what this woman had in her life, and I lived to be like, shit, if I lived to be 65, if I lived to be, what's my next birthday? If I lived to be 47, I'm happy with Double Toast, right? You know, when I die, throw a party. Have a good time. If I've accomplished a lot of things, if I've had a good life, you know, throw a party for me.
Sure.
Now, if I die doing something stupid, you know, then y'all really throw a party for that. If I die jumping out of a car, eating detergent and setting myself on fire, then yeah, really throw a party for that.
Well, that's an accomplishment if you do all three of those things.
That's a reason to celebrate. Yeah. We're laughing because I think she has a sense of humor. I mean, I think, you know, there are things that happen, like the people talking about that Fox story that came out where they tried to do a tribute for Aretha Franklin and put Patti LaBelle in the background. Yeah.
So you think Fox is that clueless or they did that on purpose?
Because I look at this and I'm like, even if you have this thing where all black people look alike to you, y'all know that ain't the same thing right there. Y'all know that's the picture they put behind her right there. Y'all know that ain't the same thing. It got so stupid that people just went ahead and ran with it. They said, why don't you just put Medea's picture in her place? And then even put Patti LaBelle behind her. You know? And no, I do not think that was an accident. They know what they're doing. First of all, they put up a picture and said, out of all these Stepford Wives, blonde-haired chicks you done had on your show, you could tell the difference between them?
Right.
You can't tell the difference between Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin. And furthermore, they knew some shit. They knew that the rumors of Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin not getting along with each other. Now, I don't know how much is true, but there were rumors that they beat each other down one time.
Oh, really?
And it don't help that there's video out there that kind of shows it. Now, look to your right as she's walking in. Look to the right. Now, if you notice, there's Patti LaBelle. She's like, move, bitch. That was not a snub. That was a fuck you. Patti LaBelle tried to grab her arm. She's like, don't touch me, bitch. Don't touch this fur right here. Look at this. Patti LaBelle tried to reach out. Oh, thank you so much. She's like, no, hell no. She did not snub her. She told her straight up, go to hell. Get your black hands off my fur coat. And now Patti LaBelle She's come out and said that all that stuff was not true. All that was a rumor. We are very good with each other. This is from thegrio.com, where it says Patti LaBelle puts feud rumors with Aretha Franklin to rest after the moving tribute. Now she's saying that because she dead. But
that's sad that she would even have to say that.
Yeah, I know. Now I'll take her word for it. But but even if that's the case, Fox don't have to be bringing up old shit trying to cause black on black right now.
They're trying to get in some kind of way.
Yeah, they were trying to take a dig at her some kind of way. That was done on purpose. Mm-hmm. What I want to do is I don't want to sit up here and do this sad memorial like everybody else is doing. I mean, Aretha Franklin had a lot of lighthearted, a lot of fun, a lot of humorous things that happened in her career over time. And a lot of those, and there are places online and in the news where they're talking about some of those moments. But I'm going to pick up some of the moments that might have been overlooked, the smaller moments that you don't know about that really are just, it's cute, it's funny, and it just leaves you feeling good about Aretha Franklin, man. And one of the things that I first want to bring up with her is that, look, this is the most obvious one that people are putting out there. But on this list, I also want to talk about the things that really meant something to me during my life with Aretha Franklin. Okay. Things that she's done that actually growing up, they were highlights of my life, very memorable moments. One of those, the most obvious being her and the Blues Brothers, man.
Sure.
Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi. Who directed that? John Landis. And the thing with this is that the reason why this means a lot to me is that I was about 9 years old, 8 or 9, when the Blues Brothers came out. Yeah. It is probably one of the first 3 rated R movies that I was taken to the theater to see. Yeah. And the movie, first of all, I think the movie is it still is one of the greatest comedies out there.
It really is.
And in the movie, I remember just laughing at all the black humor in there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I know it sounds. Look, I know that sounds weird, but when they had like scenes with black people in there, I was laughing my ass off. Like that church scene. That church scene with
when they're bouncing up in the air,
where they lose their fucking minds in there. They look like salmon. And that's another legend they have in there, the soul legend, funk legend, James Brown.
Yeah, Godfather's soul.
Godfather's soul. But I love that scene. They look like you ever seen fish when they spawn and they jumping out the ocean and shit. I love this right here, man. That brother he did the splits up in the air next to the cross. That is my favorite scene in the movie. But a very close second is Aretha Franklin. Playing the owner of the diner, who she's married to Matt Murphy, her husband in the movie. He was a guitarist for the Blues Brothers, and that's the scene where she performs "Think." And the thing about it, man, I love it because she's well seasoned as somebody who's in front of the camera. She wasn't always like that, but she's so seasoned with being in front of the camera, has so much experience that she plays that role of being sassy, so well. And it's mainly she's able to pull off because her husband, her acting husband in the movie, is such an asshole. I mean, it's some shit he could not get away with this today. If you see what he did in this movie, they would actually have to kill him off.
It's been a while since I watched it.
Oh, he is a dick, man.
You better think about what you're saying. You better think about the consequences of your actions.
Oh, shut up, woman.
Even saying that today will get your ass in trouble. I don't think he's working anymore right now. Him and James Gunn hanging out together.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah. It don't take too much IQ to see what you're doing to me.
Yeah, shut all his hair on that food right there.
I know all that. Ain't nothing but fur all in that burger.
I'm not eating this.
She sold the end of this scene, of this segment. Today it's still one of the best ways to end a musical number. Man, you dead.
Well, I guess we gotta get somebody else.
Well, go ahead, damn it.
He ran out there. If you've seen the movie, you know that is the saxophone player that she tells to go. And I love it because that saxophone player, he sells that scene too, man. Because when you look at him,
Can I go?
look at him, he terrified. She got his ass trained. Mama, can I go play too? There was another movie out that year. And this was 1980 also. And the movie that came out was Airplane. And this one was kind of unusual because that's the year that that she was not really in the movie. At the time, they used a song of hers. Now, the song that I'm talking about is 1967. You remember Respect?
Yeah, of course.
And Respect came out, and what's that?
It's her big signature song.
It's a big signature song, man. And this song, I mean, this was not only a hit here in the States, it was an international hit.
What you want? Baby, I got it. Oh, look what you got on, baby. Just when you got on. What you do now?
You know, it was a song that really did itself command respect. That became a theme.
Yeah, it became an anthem because it originally was an Otis Redding song.
Yep.
And then it's in her versions where she stuck in the part where she spells it.
Yeah, R-S-C-P-E-C-T. Give me some TCB. Whatever.
What did you just spell?
I think I spelled Spickadack with a risk. I'm at the spelling bee. Respect. It was almost an anthem for civil rights. It was an anthem for artists who were not getting paid what they should at one point in their careers.
Women as well.
Women as well. And it was a song that a lot of people said, you know what, I will not dare disrespect this song at all because it commands it so much. Well, in 1980, when Airplane came out, they said, shit, fuck that song.
We respect nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing's off limits with us. Now, she is not in this movie. Airplane being one of the greatest, still considered to be one of the greatest comedies of all time. At one time, it was considered the greatest comedy of all time.
It certainly set the standard for parody movies.
Parody movies.
Like every movie you've seen sits there and you're like, it's good. It's not quite Airplane, but
No, and that was a parody of disaster movies at the time, and it's a genius of a film. However, Aretha Franklin, she was there in spirit, man. She was not in the film, but even then, during the same period, she was able to bring some comedic element to it. I love this scene, man. That's how I remember this song right here, where they parodied her song with that nun. That nun that was singing those two jive talking black dudes on there. And she was trying to relate to them by singing Aretha Franklin.
R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T, take out T-C-P, suck it to me, 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 suck it to me. A little bit.
I think that dude was at that party we went
Yeah,
to.
like last night, yeah. Shit, that watered down Aretha make anybody get sick. I love the dude and just like, ooh, you like, it's bullshit right there. But if you really want to see her range of talent, go to television, man. Television and see where she starts out. Now everybody's talking about the appearance that she made on Murphy Brown.
I used to feel so uninspired.
Murphy Brown want to sing along so
I know.
bad. She knows she'll get the
Like-
shit slapped out of her. She open her mouth.
I don't dare.
Yeah.
I-
No, just shut the fuck up and just listen. Don't you say nothing. Don't even try. Yeah, man, you sit next to Aretha Franklin. Don't even move your mouth like she doing. Don't even mouth the words. You're like, shut the fuck up. It's funny to see how she appeared early on in television. This is what I'm talking about, some things that are overlooked. Because I remember, I don't know if I saw this on Nick at Night or if I saw this as a rerun when I was a kid, but do you remember a show called Room 222?
Yeah, Room 222.
Room 222. This was a show.
That was early 70s.
Man, that was 1969 to 74 when the show came out. And it was really progressive for its time. This is a show about Walt Whitman High School. It really was ahead of its time. It was like a big multicultural campus.
Right. It was, I guess, during a time when black people were kind of the in thing because the Mod Squad was on around the same time.
Yeah, because it was like you're right, man. It was like if you look, they and this is cool too. This is back in the days when you get up and you would introduce yourself in the intro, and they put your name under, then you freeze frame. Lloyd Haynes and his girlfriend with two black leads in this show. In the show, we should do that for Double Toasted. Corey Coleman. Anyway, Mark. That brother dude just wouldn't stop to look at. I don't even think that's a freeze frame. I think he's just posing. God damn, I'm a handsome Negro. But it was a show that also was way ahead of its time with its subject matter. They talked about politics. They talked about race relations, but they also talked about. I read this. I didn't know this. They had an episode about gay issues too.
Yeah.
So this is way ahead of its time when a lot of shows wouldn't dare do what they were doing. But Aretha Franklin, she was on the show. And she was on the show. She was part of some after-school ministry or something because there was this kid whose parents, they were all on his ass to be a minister, and he just didn't know what to do. But when Aretha Franklin started singing, kind of helped.
He caught the spirit.
Well, not exactly, Martin. Yeah, groovy, man. He's like, why you bring me up and hear all these? He's like, listen, buddy. He's like, why you bring me up here all these niggas? You told me we were gonna go see Jody Mitchell. but goddamn, I love black chicks. Bro, he ain't even trying, man. He ain't even trying.
No. We need you to look more bored.
Who's that?
Who the fuck is that? She was like, damn, I was gonna fuck you tonight too. She plays Inez Jackson. I looked this up. This is because I did remember something like this. I was like, I thought she was on this show. Looked it up. It was 1972 when this came out, and she has a speaking part in this show right here. Now it's funny because this is also the shows. If you want to go see it, it's not dated very well. In fact, the production on it is actually pretty bad because, as you can see, they have scenes where they have really terrible reaction shots. Like, she ain't looking at nothing.
Yeah, because she's enjoying it. Some of her face goes.
Yeah. She's like, how long you gonna make me do this shit?
You're like, oh no, she's dying.
Yeah, look like she just had a stroke or something. But you should see the band with this too. They do a tracking shot of the band. The band is just. They just lost, like, except for this brother. He's like, the camera's still going. God damn, this dude looking like Roosevelt Franklin. He even got mad. If you look at him, he was like, man, shit, y'all watch this. He's like, he was smiling. He's like, wait a minute, y'all didn't tell me I was gonna be on camera today. Should have got a haircut, but
Roosevelt Franklin.
Come on, brother. You see this shit. Look at that. You could see her not being the Aretha that's in front of the camera today that was so, comfortable, as you saw in the Blues Brothers. Mm-hmm. Also, this storyline they're going here with this after-school ministry, it was funny because it literally was groovy to be with Jesus, man. Can you dig it?
Oh. It's a house of celebration. Oh. Can you dig that?
Can you dig that?
Chill. Come back, Craig.
Get your black hands off me.
She looks like she got plans for him.
She does. She see the way she was staring at him?
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Now, if you were a musician back in the 70s, and you were especially in the area of soul, R&B, funk, maybe even some gospel, you were going to be on Soul Train.
Of course.
That train was going to come by and pick your ass up, and you were going to be on there. And, of course, Aretha Franklin, even though she was a legend, she was no exception. You had to make an appearance on Soul Train with.
Oh, you get talked about if you didn't show up. On Soul Train.
Yeah. Oh, you too good for the Soul Train. Mm-hmm. With the great Don Cornelius,
the most gifted singer that ever lived.
Oh my goodness!
And it's really nice to have you with us.
I'm delighted.
Don trying to fuck. He talking to her like she in a bar. Look the way he looking at her. Damn girl, you looking good. And. Shit. But I don't blame him, man, because if you look, one of the things that you see with this clip right here is, besides Don Cornelius being thirsty as fuck, is that you can see, if you look at her outfit, look how kind of outrageous this is for her, but she was known for being in the 70s, even later on, for like coming out and having like these really crazy outfits, man. Here's the thing. With Aretha Franklin, man, I was just looking around and I just found surprising things with her. You were talking about how celebrity appearances were a big thing back in the day. They even formed game shows around it.
Oh yeah. There were game shows that every week came on. It was just that celebrity panel. A lot of times there'd be celebrities. You're like, I never heard these people. They just got famous for being on the game shows.
Oh yeah, they had a show called "What's My Line," and there was a celebrity would come out and they would get in front of these blindfolded these other celebrities who were blindfolded, and the person would come out and they would describe themselves. They would never say their name. They would never get too specific with the details. They would just give vague things. I am a musician. I had 10 hits the past 2 years. Yes, I'm female. Whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Aretha Franklin being the queen of soul. Now, it's one thing to hear her sing, but to talk, boy, she threw them white folks off.
The part about not having your own television show throws me because I want to take a guess. If I'm wrong, I guess I'll have to take off my mask.
That's right.
Is it Helen Reddy?
No, now you have to take off your...
She's like, what the fuck?
I love that smile on her face. She's like, oh, I can't wait till he takes his mask.
Yeah, you were way off. For those who don't know, Helen Reddy is white and sounds nothing like Aretha Franklin.
Right.
Aretha Franklin, like, you out your fucking mind? She's like, I can't wait for this.
Sound just like... No idea.
Yeah, shit.
Do you sing? Are you very big in the country western field?
No, not yet.
And they've gone if you watch this, they go every category but soul.
Uh-huh.
I mean, seriously, I think even in this, some woman's going to come out, she's going to pull something out of her ass that is insane.
Donna?
That would be nice.
Not country. It's got to be an opera singer then.
You know, she's just like, fuck it. I'm Aretha Franklin, goddammit. She's like, these white motherfuckers.
It's like they're all going, well, I know it's not anybody black, so they don't even let Negroes in the studio.
Yeah. What I love about it is that she is very humble. She's actually, like they are praising her for being, at this point, a true bona fide legend. That you are the best. And she's just kind of like, oh, that's nice. Okay.
It's unbelievable what you do. How did you learn to sing that way? Is it just native to you? It's in you? Or did you learn from it?
So do the natives sing like you do? He's like, you know what I meant.
I swear, if this show had aired on Friday, by Saturday afternoon, he'd be issuing a public apology.
Even she's like, did this motherfucker just sing that? Do I answer or do I get up and slap the shit out of him? I don't know. There's really no winning answer. Later in life, when she became even more popular and people realized, oh, we can capitalize off Aretha Franklin.
Is it the Snickers?
Yes, man.
I did like that commercial.
She made my favorite candy commercial. I mean, no, I'm not just saying this because it's Aretha Franklin. She just died. This is a genius commercial spot right here.
Can we turn the AC up? I'm dying back here.
It's on. Can't you feel it?
Can you feel that?
By the way, that was not in the script.
Every time you get hungry, you turn into a diva. Just eat it so we can all coexist.
Turn into a diva.
Put it in your system, cranky pants.
Okay.
Thank you.
Will you get your knees out of the back of my seat?
That's Liza Minnelli in it too.
Yeah.
No, that was a really a genius spot that they have right there with that commercial. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's so funny how I don't know how many takes they did, but even in that short amount of time, you see how natural she was with the rest of these millennial dudes over here, man. Yeah, that is a great spot. And oh, Martin. Here's the thing. If you paid her enough, she'll sing about your food too. She'll sing about your food all day. Do you remember the MacDLT?
Of course.
The Mac.
One side to keep it hot, and the other side to keep it cool.
Got the hot side hot, keep the cool side cool.
Some like it hot,
some like it cool, but the weather's so much better.
McDonald's has found a brand new way to bring hot and cool together.
That sounds good.
That sounds good. It would no. You see, I mean, it looks good. It actually I'm looking at this right here, and I remember having a few back in the day. Yeah. And people like, man, it is good. While Aretha's singing, because once she was done, that shit was gone. Yeah, man. Oh, that's too bad. That really is too bad, man. She was sang her ass off for pizza. Pizza Hut. I mean, you think that commercial right there was something? Pizza Hut, she is singing her ass off. Like, to listen to this, you would think she eats nothing but pizza, man. She eat nothing but Pizza Hut. Singing her ass off for that pizza. Deliver me.
I'm laughing because that song that this is based on was not one of her songs.
It's not one of her songs, and that's not even...
it was Fontella Bass who sang
and
that song.
are those even the words?
No.
Rescue me. They crowbarred that shit down her throat.
Yes,
Deliver me. Shit, she'll sing about a peanut butter sandwich if you pay her. She's had an influence on culture itself.
Yeah.
And that extends to the hippity hop, Martin.
You always got to take it back there, don't
well,
you?
man, it was some classics. It was some classic songs that were done back in the day that had Aretha Franklin samples on them. Now here's one right here. You know, we were talking about earlier. We were talking about with the Blues Brothers. We were talking about "Think." Huge hit for her. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that song. Before she opens her mouth, got that piano riff right there, that is a classic thing in itself. So classic and so loved by people that little Jewish kid and his Italian looking friend, they took it and they sampled that piano part right there. This was for the Gas Face, which was done by Third Bass. And if y'all are like old hip hop heads, y'all know this group right here.
Hey yo, man, my label mate Don Newkirk, man. Step to him.
Thanks, Search. And now for the Prime Minister.
You know, this 90s were a weird fucking time.
What did I just watch?
That was something big back in the day, man. Third Bass.
Okay.
With my man over here, MC Search and Prime Minister Pete Nice. You hear a lot of Aretha Franklin. You think that, I know every song of hers. And almost every song of hers is a classic. You know, there are some that are not as well known as others. They had one here. You ever heard One Step Ahead from Aretha Franklin?
No.
This is, again, you probably have heard it, but not one of her biggest hits out there, even though it's a great song.
I know I can't afford to stop for one more day.
Man, they roofing her for that picture. Like she's just on the floor looking at the ceiling right now. But you hear that that chorus, or that not chorus, but you hear that line right there.
Yeah.
Mos Def took a sample of that and used it for Miss Fat Booty, which is a classic which is a classic hip hop song from his library.
Wow, man. Bro. Money clip, phone flip the 6 range.
That's kind of important to know because that is one of the samples that a lot of people did not know was Aretha Franklin because the song is not, a giant hit like some of her others,
sure.
Which was cool at the time and, creatively sampled. Point being that, this is something where a lot of, if you were, everybody knew Aretha Franklin, your parents played it all the time and whatnot, but even then, when you probably at that stage in your life where it's like, I don't listen to that old shit, you were still listening to Aretha Franklin because of the influence that it had over other music and younger people taking it and doing creative things with it themselves. I mean, in here, it's not only the, her, that line that she does, they'd even use just little of her humming in an instrumental way,
that in there.
Yeah. And the funniest thing, I had seen this before, but one of the funniest things I'd ever seen with her, kind of a good way to top this all off because, she was a bona fide diva.
Yeah.
And when I say diva, I mean in every sense of the word to the point, like I'm not just a musical diva. I am a diva where I don't have any more fucks to give you. She would go on, like there was one interview that she went on. I think all these different.
I thought you meant because she filled in for Pavarotti.
Oh no, she did do that, and everybody's talking about that. That's why I didn't put it in here. But no, hell no. Before even she got to Pavarotti, she was a huge diva. And she got on this one. She did this interview where she's going on different stations, and she just didn't give a shit. She just didn't feel like, man, she look, I ain't got nothing else to prove. I don't even need to do this interview. People talking to her, and they just like, oh my God, I grew up on your music, I love you. And she like, huh?
I want to touch that TV and start kissing it. Okay.
How are you this morning? Is off to? Is your
I'm
day
very
off to?
well. Are you Fox 2?
Yes.
Okay, so there's some kind of delay.
No, there's a delay. And it's even getting to a point where...
I just would love that she had. So y'all aren't going to mess up my obituary picture, are you?
Yeah, and there's... you want to know the diva part. There's a part where they got her own music playing. And she actually tells him, I'm going to see if I can cue it up. She tells him, can you cut that shit down?
Brought the concept with a list of songs. And can you turn that down for the moment?
Because that's her voice like, damn, I wish this bitch would shut up. Yeah, man. This is... there's a few things out there y'all know her from, and we're going to wrap this up right now. I forgot to bring something up, but I just remember in my house... like everybody had the classics and everybody knew the classics, but in my house, my mother loved 80s Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
You remember you remember Pink Cadillac?
Sure, Pink Cadillac.
And my mother used to love this song right here. It's like she's about to sing.
That drummer that they keep focusing on so much, he's the producer, Narada Michael Walden.
Oh, he is.
Will you be a vision in white?
A lot of people overlook this because it's a classic song, but a lot of people overlook because when she got 80s, she got real 80s. It's like she scalped Grace Jones and wore her hair.
Hey, that's what everybody had to do to survive.
Yeah.
It was the post-disco era.
Yeah, no, it was because she got real 80s with it. And a lot of people, they remember her from her style, classic style, some of the things she did in the 70s. But a lot of people like to look at these 80s and be like, that's all right. That Aretha right there. You know what it looked like right there? It looked like she touched one of them electro balls that make your hair stand out on it. Yeah! Yeah, man. There's a lot more. You can go hours talking about Aretha Franklin and her rich history, but those are the things that meant something to me. You got any memories of Aretha Franklin?
No. We have a lot of overlap. You covered most of them. Yeah,
it's a lot going on there, but those are the things. I mean, you go out and you see what everybody's talking about, and everybody's talking about the same thing. And I just wanted to bring up a little something that, it feels better when you talk about the things that meant something to you.
Sure.
And man, nobody who wants to go out,
And here's a biography.
that
I just read on Wikipedia that you could too, but I'm just gonna say it out loud for you.
Yeah, because I know some of y'all, man, y'all talking shit about this woman. God damn it, give her some respect. Listen, anybody can sit up here and cry and moan. Even a family said it's a troubling time and a hard time for them. But really, we always said, you made it.
Yeah.
76 in a career like that.
I mean, 60 years and you're the king or queen of something, and you went out without a scandal. You did good.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, there's there might be other greats, but there will never be a great like her.
No.
And although she will be missed, it was a nice time having some good memories and some good laughs with her. So, there you go. Rest in peace, as I'm sure you will. Actually, she ain't gonna rest in peace right now.
Wherever she is, she's bossing people around.
She's bossing people around and just singing. Jesus, like, God damn. We put her back down there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Clean up these goddamn clouds. Yes, ma'am.